Welcome to the What Caregivers Need to Know video show by eCareDiary.com. My name is Susan Bida, and I'm your host for today's show. I'm also the co-founder of the website, which is devoted to family caregivers of aging loved ones. Today we're going to speak about an important topic. Many of our seniors want to age in their own homes. Aging in place is what they call it. And I'm very pleased to have a great guest, Maria Wilson. Maria Wilson is a licensed architect and certified aging in place specialist. She has a bachelor's degree in architecture from Syracuse University and an MBA from Plymouth State University. Her website is wilsonarchanddesign.com, wilsonarchanddesign.com. Welcome to our show, and thank you for talking to us about this important topic.
Thank you for inviting me, Susan.
Yeah. So tell us, what exactly is a certified, how do you get a certification in aging in place, and what does that mean exactly?
A certified aging in place specialist is a designation obtained through the National Association of Home Builders. The home builders felt that this is a growing demographic for new homes as well as remodeling, and they established a program cooperatively with AARP. It's a 3-day, full-day coursework, and you study home modifications, new homes, and features that should be integrated into a new home to save time, money in the future, and then how to explain the process and the approach and the importance of these decisions to the homeowner.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'm learning in all these studies that are being done about seniors and aging in place is that, the perception is that many seniors age in nursing homes, but the vast majority, in fact, are aging in their own homes or aging with families in their homes.
That's true. AARP did a study, and they claim that more than 80% of seniors want to age in their own home. It's their community, it's their lifestyle, it's their routine, it's their memories, and they're not ready to give that up.
Yeah. And I'm so happy to see that there's a movement to actually help them age in place successfully, and I'm excited to hear about some of the things that you do. So tell us, aging in place, so it's obviously applicable to new homes and renovations for seniors, and tell us about some of the things that you look at.
We go into each project and look at the future. Today, your capabilities are this, but what are they 10 years from now, 5 years from now? And it can be a new family that may be welcoming more children. That's the change in their future. I recently worked with a client in Pennsylvania, and he was saying, I'm retired, I'm aging, I want to stay in my house, but I can see difficulties are coming in the near future, or in the future. He thought he was planning ahead. I did some work for him, and I didn't hear from him for several weeks. And he was carrying the laundry down the basement stairs, and he fell and had knee surgery and was confined to the first floor, where he had access to a powder room, but no shower. He couldn't go up the stairs to bathe or shower. And he was living in their office temporarily. And he said to me, Maria, I thought I was planning ahead, but people say, I don't need it now, and you may not, but we don't plan to fall down the stairs. We don't plan for these changes to occur. His project did include a first floor bedroom, laundry, and a bathroom with a walk-in shower and a seat. That was the plan all along, but his fall reinforced his need for that project.
I'm always amazed when I see seniors or hear about seniors talk about moving into like these 3-story townhomes. And I just, my mom actually was talking about that at one point, and then we now live together, and she's, on a single level home. So thank goodness for that. But tell us about some of the common things that you design for in, I guess, a single level home, or in trying to make it more friendly for them.
Sure. Well, the first thing that we look at is accessibility into and out of the home. Can you get your car into the driveway? Can you get from the driveway or the garage to the house safely? Is the path lit? We want you to be able to see where you're walking and reduce tripping hazards. When you get to the front door, it may be as simple as a shelf to set down your grocery bag while you fiddle with your keys to gain access. We'd like you to have a glass opening of some nature at the door, so that if you're answering it from the inside, security-wise, you're able to see who's on the outside. We look at the exterior materials and maintenance. Is something going to require painting every year or every 2 years? We now have products with finishes that will last 20 years. They're more durable and less maintenance, so it's less costly to you in the long term, as well as reducing your physical requirements.
I think sometimes people think of ramps and, those kind of things. Is that part of it too?
It can be part of it. I like to say that they can be done very tastefully. It doesn't have to be an institutional appearing renovation. We'd like to make sure the kitchen's lit when you're using knives and sharp objects. A solid work surface such as this is much easier to see spills than a busy granite, so it eliminates foodborne illness. So it becomes very specific as we walk through the house. There's a great checklist online that MetLife Insurance has published that folks can pull up and download, and it walks them through each room of their house and things to consider. Do they have area rugs that are a tripping hazard? Do they have good lighting in the stairs? Can they reach the outlets and receptacles and switches? Are they reaching across a hot burner to run the stove controls?
Yeah, falling seems to be a very big issue among seniors, and so, yes. Well, thank you for sharing the MetLife website for that information. Now, I think maybe for our audience, mostly of family caregivers are wondering, well, how expensive, an endeavor is this to, because the concept of renovation sounds very costly, but are there some, low-cost ways of making a home safe?
Sure, there are definitely low-cost options. Something as simple as installing grab bars could be a few $100s. Completely renovating the bathroom to provide a curbless shower is well over $10,000. But there are fiberglass showers that have a 3/4-inch lip, so it's still much smaller to assist you. If you are replacing your toilet for one reason or another, look at the higher models. If you're making the decision, you just consider the options available to you at the time. If you're building new or renovating the bathroom, you may not need grab bars now, but let's put the blocking in the walls so that you have something to attach them to later should the need arise. They're not visible, they don't affect the appearance of your bathroom, but they're prepared for you in the future.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Maria, thank you so much for joining us today and walking us through sort of these simple changes that can be made and taking us through sort of what aging in place is really about. And it's about thinking ahead and preparing. And of course, we can't anticipate falls and those kind of things, but better to think about it now than when it's too late. So thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
Thank you for joining us today, and until our next show, take care.